Hey guys, Paradox here and welcome to my complete OLL guide. In this guide, I show all 57 OLL cases and the algorithms to solve them. You're watching the second part, and here I only cover the 23 dot and opposite edge cases you see on the screen. All of the other 34 OLLs, which include the cross and adjacent edge cases, are in part 1 of this guide. Click in the bottom right corner or check the link in the description to go to part 1. I've also created a very handy printable document with all 57 OLL cases and algorithms that you can use to keep track of how much of full OLL you've learned. An important thing to know for this video is that I've color-coded some of the important triggers that are common in a lot of algorithms. For triggers similar to those main ones, I use the same colors but with slight changes to highlight the differences. If you learn those 4 quick triggers and get good at recognizing them, you should be able to memorize these algorithms faster. Anyway, if you haven't already clicked on an OLL, let's get started with the opposite edge cases. So starting off with the opposite edge cases, we have this first case that has these 2 yellow opposite edges solved and nothing else on the top. On the left side, we have a pair of headlights, and on the front, we have these 2 yellows as well as on the back right. To solve it, you hold the headlights on the left side and you do the algorithm lowercase f, which is moving f and the middle layer, and then you do the trigger r, u, r prime, u prime, and you repeat that again, so r, u, r prime, u prime, and now you do a lowercase f prime to solve that OLL. This next case looks the same as the last one. It has this horizontal line on the top and nothing else solved. However, along with the headlights on the left side, we have another pair of headlights now on the right side. So you're just recognizing it by looking at these 2 pairs of headlights and holding the bar horizontally. You do the algorithm F, then the trigger R, U, R prime, U prime. Now you do another R, then F prime. Now you do the trigger, but with the first R is going to be a lowercase r, so it's lowercase r, U, R prime, U prime. And then you do an r prime to solve that OLL. So for case number 37, you actually hold the bar vertically this time, and you'll notice that on the right side there is a bar of yellow, and on the left side there's only a single yellow pointing U at the front and a single yellow at the back left. So for this, you do the algorithm R, U, R prime, U, which is just the green trigger, and now you do an R, lowercase d prime, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, and that should solve it. The next case is very similar to the last one. You have the vertical bar, a bar of yellow on the right side, but now also a full bar of yellow on the left side as well. So you have these 3 bars of yellow, and for this you do the algorithm R prime, U2, R2, U, R prime, U, R, U2, and you'll notice it makes this F2L pairs match with this cross piece, and now you do an X prime, which is just rotating it so that yellow is now your front color and whatever your back color was now your up face. So now you do a quick U prime, R prime, U to finish the rest of that OLL. Now this next case has the yellow bar on the top solved along with a single yellow corner. There are actually 4 different types of these cases, and they're actually 2 pairs of mirrors. The way to actually distinguish between these 4 cases is that only 2 of them will have this block of 2 yellows on the side, whereas the other 2 cases will have 2 blocks of these 2 yellows on the sides. So these first 2 cases have only 1 block of yellow, and you hold it so that the single yellow is in the back for this one. To solve it, you perform the algorithm lowercase r, u, lowercase r prime, which takes out these 2 pieces, and now you do the trigger r, u, r prime, u prime, and now all you have to do is insert these back the way you took them out, so you just do lowercase r, u prime, and lowercase r prime to put them back, and that should solve it. For this, the single yellow should be in the back left, and the block that is facing the side should be in the front right. So for this, you do the mirror of it, so it's just lowercase l prime, u prime, lowercase l. Now you do the trigger with your left hand, so it's l prime, u, l, u, and then you just have to insert this back, so you do lowercase l prime, u, lowercase l. and that will solve it. So now are the next two cases with the single yellow, and now you'll notice that there are two blocks of yellows on the sides, as I was mentioning earlier. So you hold the single yellow in the front left and you do the algorithm F U R U prime R2 F prime R, and then you do U R U prime R prime to insert that F2L pair. So here's the mirror for that version. Now you have the two blocks again, and now this yellow should be in the front right. And for this, you do the algorithm R prime F R U R prime F prime R, and now you do a cube rotation, a Y prime, and just insert this last F2L case by doing an R U prime R prime. So next is the T OLL case that I'm sure most of you already know. This is one of the simplest OLLs out there, and it just looks like a T, and you hold it sideways with the headlights on the left side. There's another case where there are no headlights, but this one does have headlights, so you hold them on the left side and you do the algorithm F, the red trigger, R U R prime U prime, and then an F prime. And here's the other T case. You'll notice that there are no headlights on the left side, and there's actually this block of yellow here and another block of yellow here. So for this, you do the algorithm R U R prime U prime, which is just the red trigger, and now you insert this F2L pair by doing the sledgehammer. So R prime F R F prime. Next, we have a case with these two opposite yellow corners solved, as well as the horizontal bar on the top. And the way you actually hold it is so that this block of yellow should be in the back right, and the mirror for this everything will be flipped. So for this one, you always start with whichever one has this block. So since this block is on the right side, the algorithm starts with an R prime. If it was on the left side, it would start with an L. That's an easy way to remember the algorithm. So for this, it's R prime, and now you just do the T OLL case. So F R U R prime U prime F prime, and now all you have to do is insert this F2L back. So U R. Here's the mirror for that case. So now you'll notice that this bar of yellow is on the back left, and the opposite corners are now switched. So for this, you do the same algorithm, but with your left hand. So it's L, F prime, L prime, U prime, L, U, F, and now you just have to insert this pair. So it's U prime, L prime. So this next case looks like this, where you have the vertical bar and then these two yellows that are adjacent, so on the same face, and you hold it so it makes this backwards C shape. And now you'll notice that on the right side there is a full bar of yellow, and that's how you recognize it. So for this, you do the algorithm R prime U prime, then a sledgehammer trigger, R prime F R F prime, and now you have to insert this F2L by doing a U and then an R. The next case looks the exact same as the last one from the top. However, you'll notice on the right side there is no bar of yellow, and so for this you hold it so it makes this upside down U shape now. And for this, you do the algorithm R U R2 U prime R prime F R U prime F prime. So this case is pretty easy to recognize. It just looks like an H, and there's only one of these type of cases. So you just hold it so it makes the H, and then you do the red trigger R U R prime U prime, and now you do an M prime to bring this layer up, and then you do a U R U prime lowercase r prime, and that should solve this whole OLL. Next, let's take a look at all of the dot cases. Now these are all the cases that have none of the edges solved and just the yellow center is on the top. And the way you recognize this case is that on the left side there should be a full bar, as well as on the front right a bar of 2, and on the back right a bar of 2 yellow. So for this, you do the algorithm F R U R prime U prime F prime, which is just the T OLL case, and now you do lowercase f R U R prime U prime lowercase f prime, and that'll solve it. The next case is pretty easy to recognize. It just has a full bar of yellow on the right and a full bar of yellow on the left, and nothing else on the top. So for this, the algorithm is R U2 R prime, and now you do the sledgehammer R prime F R F prime, and then U2 and sledgehammer this F2L back into its place, so R prime F R F prime. Now this next case has nothing solved on the top except for a single yellow corner piece, and this one you hold in the front right, and the way you recognize it is that if you hold this in the front right, there will either be a block of yellow on the back right or on the front left. For this case, the block of yellow is in the back right. For the mirrored version, the block of yellow will be in the front left. So for this, let's do the algorithm lowercase f, r, u, r prime, u prime, lowercase f prime, which is just the algorithm for the D case that I showed. And now you do a u prime, and then now you just have the T OLL. So f, r, u, r prime, u prime, f prime. Now here is the mirror for the last case, and now you'll notice that there is a block of yellow in the front left here instead of the back right. So now that this is here, you hold it so that the corner piece is now in the back right, and this is how you should hold it. So now you do the algorithm lowercase f, r, u, r prime, u prime, lowercase f prime, and then you do a u, and then the T OLL. And you'll notice that this algorithm is the exact same as the last one except for the u in the middle, which is a u in this case as opposed to the u prime for the last case. This next case has two yellow corner pieces solved and nothing else. This one also has a mirror, and the mirror has a full bar of yellow here. This one does not. So if it doesn't have a bar of yellow here, like all three yellows across, then you do the algorithm m, u, r, u, r prime, u prime, and then m prime, r prime, f, r, f prime. So here's the mirror for the last case, and you'll notice that there are these three yellows that I was talking about right here. So for this one, you actually hold it the other way so that the bar of yellow is in the back, and now you do the algorithm f, r, u, r prime, u, which is the green trigger, then an f prime, and now you do a cube rotation this way, so a y prime, and then you do a u2, and now you just sledgehammer this back into place, so r prime, f, r, f prime. This next case has two opposite yellow corner pieces. This one has no mirror. This is the only case that has like these three yellows going diagonally, and the way you hold it is so that these two blocks should be in the back right, and then this front side left. To perform the algorithm, you do the green trigger r, u, r prime, u, then sledgehammer r prime, f, r, f prime. Then you do a u2 and sledgehammer this back in, so r prime, f, r, f prime. Pretty easy. Finally, this is the last OLL case. This one is very easy to recognize. It just has all of the corners solved and none of the edges. So for this, you can hold it in any direction and just do an m, u, r, u, r prime, u prime, m2. Now that you have this, just do a u, r, u prime, and a lowercase r prime to solve it. So those are all of the OLL cases I covered in this part of the guide. To learn the rest, head over to the first part by clicking the annotation in the bottom right corner. If you're on mobile, there are links and timestamps in the description, as well as a very handy printable PDF with all 57 OLL cases. If you did find this video helpful, consider helping me back by liking this video and subscribing for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.